Hello and ready for your science lesson for today. So you can do this at any point during break, but if you wait a little bit, just don't forget to water those worms. So years should have been put in a dark place. Mrs. Horning kept one in the light place. So this is going to be my light. This is the light farm. And all of you should have a farm that's in the dark. If you don't, it is okay. Just make sure that sometime, if you have time, this is actually a pretty neat assignment to do. So now, guess what you got to do? You got to dump it out. So here is the one that I kept in the light. So remember, for mine, as we're comparing it, we see that I can still see all the different layers. Now it's been about five or 6 weeks. And the layers are really evident. And today, I don't believe I saw, oh, yep, we got this one worm down here that I can see. Okay. And then for yours at home, this is what yours would look like. Mama Horning. Mrs. Horning also created this. Look at how much dirt is now missing at the top. You can see a worm here, down here. I can see another one there. I'm not sure you can see that one. Okay. So I keep turning. And you can see I have a layer of sand up at the top, but look at down here. I barely have anything. You can't really see much behind that. I have a tiny bit of sand here, but again, the layers are pretty much gone. All right, so this one is the one you guys will do. I am not doing this dark farm that I had. I just wanted to show you the difference. So it's obvious that the worms like the darkness. So if you were in class with me, you would be doing this. It's really kind of gross. So what you want to do is if you're at home, you want to have permission and a spot that your parents will allow you to do this, okay? And then I put a piece of paper down, a nice big one, or you're going to want to do it somewhere that you can clean it up easily. And then when you dump it out, it doesn't always come out very easily. But see, this is pretty dry up here. That's probably not very healthy for the worm. That's probably why they're not up there very much. But I do want to scroll into this. This is their poop. I'll separate some for you so you can see it. It looks really, really dark. So, I mean, that's a bundle of it right there. Kind of shaking a little bit. Let me see if I can stop shaking so you can see that. Nope, I'm going to shake too much for you guys. Let me get these things out here. So you're going to have to kind of, if you have a glass jar, you might ask for somebody's help. Oh, yeah, look at how sticky and yucky that is, guys. You got worm juices everywhere. And yep, that's what you're touching. So what I'm going to ask you to do is, yeah, there we go. Now, I did not have as many worms in this one. I think this is my first one that I did. So in this one, I think I only had like 3 worms. So, I do not see any scragglers in there at all. There you go. If you have glass, be very careful, okay? So you're going to sort through. So I have one worm. He's in the leaf. He's eating it. Do you guys see it? Oh, so cool. Grab that worm and set it aside. You know what you might do? You might flip your lid over if you still have it and place it in there so we don't lose them. And we can put them back outside, maybe in a garden somewhere where there's, it's not frozen, or there might be some dirt they can dig on into, because they are still out there, guys, for sure. Let's see, I don't see any dead ones yet, but they're also, for you guys, if you wait maybe like another week or two, you might find babies. We usually find like little tiny worms in there. You just kind of have to sort through. Okay, so these are like what I'm talking about. That's like their poo. It's the best word for it, I guess. Oh, goodness. I do not see much in here. Poor guy. Maybe he was all alone. You might find some other bugs that you can also record. What's that? Little seeds in there. Uh-oh. Did we only put one worm in here, Mrs. Horning? Uh-oh. Because I don't see any dead ones either. Well, I hope... Oh, no, there's friend. Hello. I knew there was at least 2 of you. Hello, little buddy. There's another one. So I don't have any babies. Mine, so far that I can see. Now I'm going to sort through again. But they're they're actually super teeny tiny. So you want to go through carefully, especially if you have white sand. And, you know, they like that real moist soil, ladies and gentlemen. So you want to make sure that you're kind of getting in that and making sure that you don't see any. I would love to see some pictures of what you guys find. Oh, there he is! 3. I knew it. And you notice I missed him. Oh, and look, I must have left that on my banana. The banana's gone, guys. I don't have the banana anymore, but I left my banana peel on one of the ones that I put in there for it to eat. So I definitely found 3. So there could be little babies in here, but I am not seeing any. I might recommend waiting until the weekend before we come back, like the weekend after Thanksgiving. And you can move yours around and you can see what you can find in there if yours had any little babies, or if for some reason there's another bug in there that was like spreading and growing. That's also pretty cool. But I hope that you learned that they actually mix up that soil, and this is actually super helpful for farmers. It's super helpful for your garden at home if you have one. And how am I going to shut my computer off? And it is also helpful for water in the ground. So we don't want that water to sit right on top of the ground. They actually help there's a little buddy. They actually help the water soak into the ground by those tunnels. They make those tunnels and then the water can soak down in there, which waters the plants, which helps fertilize the soil. Their poo does, but it also mixes it up. So as they're going in, remember how they mixed this all up? Well, more so in the one that was in the dark that you remember, that is what yours was. So I am so hoping that you guys find more little babies than I did. I definitely see multiple worms in my dark one, but this is where they would be more comfortable. And as you can see, they move around a lot more. They're going to meet each other a lot more. Please, I look forward to seeing what you guys have for this. So let me do this. I'm going to show you where you're going to record it. Oh, Mrs. Horning. Mrs. Horning and her messes. And see, Mrs. Horning I'm going to set my little wormy guys aside. I don't want to harm them, but do this. That is good dirt, guys. If your family wants to use that dirt, I would use that dirt. It's amazing. So, for our observations, we have a few things that we can actually put in. Yeah, I'm loving the dirt and yuckiness in between my fingernails. So we noticed the worms in the dark. Created more tunnels. Which mixed up the layers. Okay, and so when I talked about that, so they, the worms in the dark created more tunnels. So the tunnels, why is that good for us? So how are they impacting their environment? This helps farmers because it mixes up the soil. It puts nutrients into the soil. Remember, they're pulling that leaf down. Leaves are, once they decompose, really put a lot back into their environment because it puts nutrients. The tunnels also create area for water to flow. So we want that water to be able to get to multiple different places. So what did we find? So I did not do my dark one. So I'm going to put blanks for where you should put what you found. When I dumped it, when I emptied my dark farm, I found blank adult worms. Everybody should have worms in there. Okay, if you made a worm farm, if you were able to at home, if you couldn't do it, then you just write what I found today. Like I found 3 worms in mine, but you're going to put light instead. I found blank adult worms. So this is from your farm at home. And then, and then did you find any babies? I also found, nice strong sentences, blank babies. So they're going to be super, super tiny, guys, and you really kind of have to look. I might have had some and maybe just didn't even realize it, okay? And also, what else did you find? So like Kaylin, I saw had some growing plants. If you have growing plants, write your growing plants on here. I'm just going to put what else? Add. So you guys are going to add what else that you found. Did you find other bugs in there? Did you find plants in there? Could you determine what their fecal matter or their poop looked like? Because it looks a lot different. It's super rich. It's really good for the soil. And tell me about your layers. If you didn't add sand, it's okay. But when you dumped it out, could you tell that they had... I got my hair in my throat. Yuck. Could you tell that they had been within both of them trying to mix it up? Because some of you, when I saw your first ones, they were really big layers. Mrs. Horning's layers were only like this, so it made it easier. But if your layers are really big, they probably didn't mix up as much. But they're a huge benefit. Those are only a couple, and I hope you guys enjoyed this activity, and I hope to see you soon.